I'm Angel Ballard, and I'm here to tell you about the history of pomifera oil. Are you excited? Because, oh my goodness, I just get so excited when I start talking about this. Okay, so let's think back to the Great Depression. I know, not the greatest thing to think about, but sometimes good things, in this case, extremely good things, come out of bad times. So, in the Great Depression, we say like back to the 1930s or so, there was a guy called Todd Johnson. Remember that name because it's important, okay? So Todd Johnson's great uncle Don, he was young at the time, and he noticed that the kids around town, you know how back in the day when we actually got to play outside with our friends that was, you know, in the neighborhood. So they would fall, they get their little knees scratched up and their elbows bruised, and they would take this fruit that had just like kind of fell off the tree and like was starting to rot. They would take the fruit and they would rub it on their bruises and their cuts and their scrapes, and they noticed that it would actually help. Like, it would make it heal faster. And he's like, there's something going on with this. I'm gonna check this out. So he would tell Todd, hey, you need to check this out. This is pretty cool. Check it out, check it out, check it out. And he was just always in his ear going, check it out. So, funny enough, Todd went to school to be a PhD, a chemist, basically. And so he would, he was going for pharmaceuticals at first, like medicine. And he would take this pomifera, this trash fruit, and he decided that he was going to do all these studies on it. And so he's got all these articles from where he would do tests on it. And check this out. He found that pomifera oil was as good as aspirin for anti-inflammatory, that it was good as penicillin for antimicrobial, if I'm saying that right, for antimicrobial treatments. It was as good as the active ingredient in tinactin for like athlete's foot or any type of like fungus or something like that. Then it was an amazing antioxidant which fights against free radicals. Those are the yucky stuffs. You want that in your life, definitely. And then, so Todd was like, wow, this is pretty amazing. He kind of got obsessed. But in this case, it was a good thing he got obsessed. So let me tell you what he did. He dropped some stuff, apparently. My camera just... What was that? Wow, gravity is against me today. That's okay. We're still going to tell the story. So he started doing all these tests. He found out that it kept the spiders away, and the squirrels would take the fruit and they would like beat it open, and they didn't want anything to do with the fruit itself, but they would take the seeds and they would go and store them like they were actually food. So it was kind of cool. So after some failed attempts, he got discouraged, but then he decided to keep going. He got into the hair care industry, and if you know about the radiant hair oil, like, this has a cult following. And when I say cult, I'm saying massive. People run to this, flock to this in the hair salons and things like that. So anyway, he's got like several patents on it. He has done his years of research. So what he did was he wanted to help his small community in Iowa and get the oil into the hands of the public. He tested the oil on his family, and they found out that it was really lightweight. What he did to begin with the oil is he actually took the seeds, he mixed it with purified water, and he did some kind of process which didn't have any other chemicals but just pure refined pomifera oil, squeezed it out, and he used this oil for all of these great things. Like, this is amazing. If you haven't used it yet and you would like to try it, let me know. So here we go. So back in almost a year ago, he teamed up with a self-made millionaire, Lindsay Colomb. And she's gone to the top of 2 companies. She is like a business-minded genius. And so she was an incredibly smart businesswoman. She turned in a business model into direct sales. So he had been selling this, in his like community and things like that, but he wanted to get it out to more people. Because when you find something that's incredible, you want to share it with your friends. You want to share it with your family. You want to share it with people who can really, really use it and will benefit from it. And oh my gosh, what is this stuff? Huh, just wait. So anyway, it's the reason it's so effective is because the oil is so small in, get scientific here for a minute, molecular weight. And so it gets evenly distributed, and so it can penetrate into that second deeper layer of the skin called the dermis. And so that's where the cell regeneration occurs. Your cell turnover, you don't that is where the cell regeneration occurs. So you're going to see fine lines tighten. You're going to see wrinkles start to actually reverse themselves. It's really interesting how some skincare products, they're made to prevent aging, but this actually goes back and starts to regenerate the skin. So you're going to see that youthful glow. You're going to see like a major difference in a really crazy short time. Like, it's bonkers how quick this works. And so here's the cool part about this. It's not just great by itself. Whenever you pair it with other products, it just boosts the effects of those products. It's considered a carrier oil. So what it does is whatever you put with it, it's kind of like an essential oil. It'll bring the benefits of those products with it into that second layer, the deeper layer of the skin. And so instead of staying on top and being rubbed off like on your clothes or your hand or whatnot, it's going to go penetrate deeper and deeper into that layer of the skin, start healing all those crazy ailments. There's like 60 skin ailments that this is amazing for. Like, you name what's wrong: rosacea, inflammation, redness, sunspots, dark spots, sunburn. Like, I'm not kidding here. Psoriasis, eczema. I had eczema on my elbows. It's insane. So it helps anything, just did all that. So the largest effect was with those skin ailments, like the inflammation, the dry, really irritated skin, things like that. So next, you got your cuts, your scrapes. It's also antimicrobial, so it's good for cold sores. Try it on a cold sore. Cystic acne. How many people have dealt with the insane, like, suffering, really, of that painful, deep, cystic, oh my gosh, my heart just goes out to them. They're seeing results too. It's crazy. So you want to put the pomifera oil on basically every single place of your body that you can. Every single place. We're talking head to toe, okay? And you can do that because of the body products that have this pomifera oil in it. So it's going to increase those benefits of the other essential oils that is in each item. So it's so good. So there's just a little history on Todd Johnson, on Lindsay Cologne, and they are the 2 CEOs of pomifera, and it's just crazy good. I would love to tell you more about it. Any questions you have, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks for listening.